see if this works. There we go. Oh. There we go. Hello. Make sure this is all good. Get this down a bit. Copy the link. Hello, Alex. Just move this. Boom. Get this back up. There we go. How is everyone? Hello, Justine. Hello, Mason. Hello. Make sure this doesn't move. There we go. How is everyone? For those who are new to the live, what we tend to do is have a quick catch up, mark up the charts, answer any questions along the way, and just come up with a general plan tomorrow. And then I am going to be doing a call after this with like a special one. So we'll see how that goes as well. That's for private group members as well. Just because price action's been particularly good, I want to break that down for members of the private group these last 2 days and what I've sort of been doing on the funded account these past few days. Seen really good price action, and with a lot of you trading on it, I thought I'd actively trade more on it. So I want to break that down after this live as well. That'll be for members of the private group. So that's going to come after this. But for those who are new to live, what we tend to do is mark up the charts, come up with a plan for tomorrow, answer any questions, and yeah. Hello, Flitspeed, Pat, Yusuf, Alan. Hello. How's everyone found today? Obviously, we had big news today, so it dropped through the floor. But considering prior drops we've... Actually, I'm just going to remove that. Considering prior drops we've had over the sort of past few weeks, really, it's not really major when you zoom out. It's not too bad. We still have more news to come out this this week. Fun. But let me know how you've found the price action day. Okay, nice, Alan. It's pretty good considering the news today. Hello, Carlton. Hi guys, hope everyone is good. Had enough of UK weather yet. By the way, Tony, I need to get back to yours. I've been exceptionally busy today, but I've seen your message. I've actually pinned it on my Telegram. Desert Safari still made my kebab quota. Love that, Yusuf. Love that. Hello, Lee. Hello. And then also update on the boot camp. I did put a thing in, but it is looking insane, I have to say. So everyone in the private group gets access to that. You don't have to do anything. You literally just get access to it, which is really good. So yeah, looking forward to that coming out. And then we're going to be doing that challenge, which I spoke about, where basically if you stick with like literally 2 rules, which I'll give out and I'll show you exactly how, they're really easy. If you lose money, I'll cover it. That's what I'm doing as well. I'm going to start that from, I believe, next month as well. And then we've still got the plus accounts on YouFunded. We're going to do a live after this one regarding the sort of the funded accounts and sort of how I've been utilizing the account this past week, what I've been sort of doing on it, and how you can do similar, and then discussing more in depth on the plus accounts, because a lot of people have capitalized on them, but I think going into a bit more detail on like that opportunity, like the gravity of that is very important. No worries, mate. You're a busy man. But yeah, I need to definitely... looking forward to getting back to you on that, Tony. Hello, Nisi. How you doing? Hello. But how did everyone find today? I did put this trade idea in the group today, which was flawless, to be fair. It bounced from entry to like 1 to 1.8 like 5 times before going to about 1.32 risk to reward, which was really nice. And yeah, bull flags all last night, which was really nice also. So yeah, I've been up late the past 2 nights because there's been like some nice opportunities, like start of Asia session, like big flowing moves. So yeah, it's been nice. For example, this Asia session here, huge nice flowing move. This Asia session here, huge nice flowing move, like from here all the way up. So there's been some nice volatility there, but we've got a lot to talk about today. What was that thing you showed us yesterday? How candles go up and down. Can't remember the name, but you put setting on 8. Yusuf, that's called EMA. So I'll go over that. Let me just grab this water here. But yeah, so that was the EMA. It's called the exponential moving average. And I'll show you basically, Yusuf, a lot of people struggle with getting a daily bias. So daily bias is like which direction to go for the day, basically. And so there's a lot of very good ways to determine that. The best way is with fundamental bias. The second, in my opinion, is using sort of ranges. So look for an impulse move into a range. Then chances are we'll continue to impulse move in the direction we went into the range. But then another way you can outline, evening Paul, another way you can outline sort of daily bias is with the 8 EMA on the daily time frame. Let me know if you want me to go over that again, and I'll go over it again tonight. But I think it's a really good way to get your daily bias. It's very, very, very strong, and it's the only objective way to get daily bias that I'd really say. Max G. Hello, Alex. Hello, Drew. Hello. How is everyone? Yes, please. Okay, so we'll switch onto a bit of a blank chart. And again, I went over this yesterday, but I'll just quickly go over it again. So objective way to get daily bias. So you get the EMA on your chart by get EMA. You just go into the indicator section. You type EMA, moving average exponential. What this does is basically it averages out the price of the last however many candles, and it puts more preference on the most recent candles. That's what an EMA really does. And then the settings I've got are just 8. It's the only one I've changed. And then zoom out to the daily time frame. Again, a good way to get daily bias. And then when the daily closes below, so this is a candle close, this is a candle close, this is a candle close, this is a candle close. When it closes below, chances are we continue down. So let's run through a few examples. Candle closes below, trends down. Candle closes above here, we trend all the way up. And these are big moves, by the way. This is on the daily time frame. Like, these moves are large. Candle closes above, we trend upwards. Candle closes below, we trend down. Candle closes above, we trend up. Candle closes below, we trend down. Candle closes above, we trend up. Below, trend down. Above, trend up. Sort of a ranging day there. Close above, we trend to the upside. Close below, we trend to the downside. Close below to the downside. Close above, we trend to the upside. Close below, we do have a red day after that. Close above, we trend to the upside. Close below, we trend to the downside for like 4 days. Close above, and then we trend to the upside for like a month. Close below, we trend to the downside. So you can see how, like, objectively, like, it's super objective. If candle close below, look for shorts. Daily bias is sells. If candle close above, daily bias is buys. It's just quite an objective way to get daily bias that I think quite a few people will find quite useful. It's a really, really nice. And you can use it on the, like, the 8 EMA. The 8 EMA on, like, the 4-hour time frame is also quite nice as well. It's quite a strong... it's the only EMA I'd really use. Let's go down time frames so we can actually see what's going on here and come up with a sort of plan. Let's remove this stuff so we got a bit of a clearer picture. There we go. Let's move this down a bit. There we go. About ATR. No, Drew, that was on about EMA. ATR is average true range. It basically, ATR measures the volatility of the market. Currently, the ATR is at like an all-time high on gold. So that means basically if the ATR is low, again, ATR is average true range. It's basically a measure of the volatility in the market. If the ATR is low, then candles look like this, they're like this. If ATR is high, then candles look like this. This is why using a set lot size per pound amount in your account, so for example, using 1 lot or 2 lots on every trade is a terrible idea, because if volatility is really high, that set lot size where you might have been risking properly on prior price action, you're now over risking on current price action. Hello, Mark. Yeah, Mason. Yeah, exactly. Yusuf, not really. I wouldn't use the AEMA scalping. Maybe if you used the AEMA on the 4-hour time frame to get your bias for the next like 12 to 24 hours, then you could use that to scalp with. But even if you're scalping, having a daily bias is important to go with. Drew, calculate the ATR. You just type in ATR and you can get average true range on your chart. And look, you can see here volatility spiked when news came out. But if we go to the daily time frame, you can see that ATR is still at an all-time high on gold. So you can see ATR is extremely high right now, and it's only getting higher. So this shows the amount of volatility basically in the market. So down here, it was really low and getting lower as we were ranging. And then as this huge impulse move unfolded, volatility just got, well, it was all right on this impulse move here up to sort of this point. And then over this, from like the start of October, volatility's just gone absolutely parabolic. It's a really nice indicator to use, actually. And it's important to know these things, definitely. Write this down on the hotel notepad. Love that, Yusuf. And how you finding Dubai, Yusuf? How's it going? Good, Chris. Good, Chris. I've seen you smashing it in the Discord, Chris, by the way. Coming back strong. Really nice work. And Corey as well with his timings. I need to... I sent a message to Corey earlier about something to do with that. So if Corey's here, what he sent to me looked really good. So stay hydrated. So yeah, good start to the live. Gone over 2 very important things. So ATR, very important. And then the ATMA is really good to get daily bias as well. So 2 really nice concepts there. Let's get into price action. So we continue to range at these lows. We had a range here, which we broke out from. I'll move this back here, that we broke out from. And now we're sort of forming a range here. So what we can do is very simply, I see rectangular bit of price action. So if we just draw a box here, price action's going generally sideways. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull a fixed volume range across that price action to get a value area high, value area low point of control. These are important levels to work from. And they keep it simple as well. We buy below the value area low and we sell above the value area high. And you can see how that has worked in the past. And because we move down into this range, we're going to put preference on sells above the value area high, definitely. But we can still eye up some buys in the value area low as well. Love it here. Told my partner I'm moving here when I make my first million. Nice, Yusuf. I hope you do. I hope you do. I know you will. I was doing some backtesting today and noticed June, July swing lows were a third of today's swing lows. In terms of size of the candles? What do you mean, Drew? Okay, let's... so most obvious thing that I'm going to pull is definitely By the way, if you're new here and you do want to get access to my my trades, courses, analysis every single day, and you want to gain access to 5 other traders, signals, analysis courses, and a full trading community, then just click the link in my YouTube description, and you can message me there, and I'll personally respond, and we'll get you onboarded there. Okay, by the way, I am fully out of those buy positions that I got into from last night as well, which I put into the groups. Stop size, yeah, Drew, and that is ATR, so that's down to just the volatility in the market going crazy. And then Yusuf, not far off. That show looking to go up or too early. Flip speed, I to be fair, on the daily time frame with Fu Manchu, I don't really look at it too much on gold. I do on Bitcoin, but on gold, I don't really. Yeah, I just don't find it too useful on gold super higher time frames, so daily and above. On Bitcoin though, it's definitely very good. But just looking at this, like very sort of basic analysis, we can see that Momentum's have a sharp pullback on this pullback here, and Momentum now has broke that 0 line. If we look back to last time Momentum broke the 0 line, we ended up ranging for like 2 months. And if we go back again, we can see that we ended up ranging for about a month. Here, we ended up ranging for about a month. I want to see after like a big impulse move to the upside, which is what we've sort of had. Big impulse move, we ended up ranging. So we can probably, what we can take from this is we're probably going to range. So probably going to go sideways in this area here. If, you know, history doesn't repeat, but it rhymes. So chances are we'll sort of range in this area, which is what I like. I like ranging markets. Gold possible move down to 3,800. Yeah, 3,800 is not far at all. 3,700 extension following news, or what's your thoughts on its impacts? Yeah, I think 3,800, Chris, I really like that target. 3,700, 3,700 I'll look at once we've seen a reaction from 3,800. So I like how you get those psychological levels as well, Chris. Those are important. A lot of people overlook them. So when I mean psychological levels, I just mean like round numbers. So like 3,800, 3,900, 4K, 4,100. Seeing how we react to those levels. Do we get a bounce? Does selling pressure start to reduce? Etc. etc. And then we can also look for some higher time frame confluences with those psychological levels. So if let's say a golden pocket lines up with a psychological level like 3,800, then that's confluence in of itself. So that's something else to look for. Yeah, Los Blancos. So ATR, you just type in ATR in your indicators. It's in technicals. You can get ATR up and you can see volatility here. And then you can go on like a higher time frame and see the volatility is an all-time high on gold right now. It just allows you to see how volatile the market we are in right now, which is important when trading. And also for like stop loss take profit placement, because let's say you were historically using a 20 pips stop loss and like you were normally taking profit at like 80 to 100 pips. Now you'd want to increase that because volatility is increasing. Candles are a lot bigger, to put it simply. So that stop loss, that 20 pip stop loss, that would need to really be bigger to compensate for that volatility. So maybe use a 40 pip stop loss and start targeting 150, 200 pips if you're looking at if you're looking at it in terms of pip targets and etc. If you're looking at it in terms of pips, you definitely need to keep an eye on ATR. Hello, Steph. Yeah, average true range. Let me know if you've got any questions as well, guys. We are currently at a golden pocket, previous lows here. Interesting level to look at. We have got a bullish divergence on the 5-minute, close to market close now. Not really a spike down in money flow though, which isn't that nice, and a bearish pennant forming on the 1-minute time frame. So by bearish pennant, I just mean like, if you mark this up like this, You see impulse move to the downside, range that's sort of getting like converging. This is what's known as a bearish pennant. Chances are it breaks to the downside more often than not. So this golden pocket doesn't look to me like it's gonna hold too much weight. Tony, I think the chair needs a bit, WD-40. I wish I had a parrot, that'd be cool. I don't like trading smaller time frames on gold now. Stops are just getting wrecked when the market's this volatile. I agree with that, Chris. I do think, though, these past 2 days, there goes the parrot again. These past 2 days, the setups on the lower time frames, like there just hasn't been as many setups on the higher time frame. So if we look here, just on the 15-minute, like this is just green candles. Like unless you're forming like a breakout system, there's not much to go off here, and there's not much to go off here. Whereas if we zoom like to the 1 minute, which I've spent a lot of time on, still marking up on the higher time frame, but then looking for sort of 1 minute confirmations, we can see we've got. I mean, it was more so yesterday. We had like bull flag continuation, channel, golden pocket, another channel. That was the trade I got into yesterday as well. So I'll show you that I got in this. What time is it? It's 6:30 in the morning. Can't remember where it was. Where was it? This was, oh no, it was here. Yeah, I was layering in hard, but yeah. But yeah, this was the trade that I was looking for. But just a lot of opportunities on the lower time frames. Chris. So I spent 4 weeks building up a nice profit in my YouFund account, but I've now spent the last 5 days losing it all. As angry as I am with myself for breaking all my rules, it's taught me a lot. Mark, yeah. I mean, the good thing is, it's not a good thing, but it is. When you lost money, you didn't stick with your rules. When you made money, you stuck with your rules. Like that shows to you, okay, you stick with your rules, you'll make money. So it's good how you've had that sort of realization. Since last week, I've executed 20 trades, 20 weeks. Jesus, Alex. Wow. Very, very nice. Should call that an onion entry. Layers. That was good, Harry. That was good. But yeah, Alex, that's insane. That is insane. Very crazy. Okay, we have bounced off this this golden pocket. It's going to be interesting to see. Money flow looks nice for buys, and we have got a hidden bullish divergence on the 24-minute. It would be nice for us to see lower. Let's see. Let's bring up the ColezTrades indicator, see what we've got. Okay, we do have a 4-hour level here and a 0.786, which looks nice. Volume spike in that zone as well. This is like a last hurrah level. So 0.786 plus 4-hour plus high volume node. And we're just above that 3900 level as well, which is a nice psychological level. So we'll have to keep that in mind for that level as well. Then what we can do is zoom out to a bit of a higher time frame. Got to a lot higher time frame. Why is this not doing? Let's get this to look back period 500, so we get more levels here. And then what we can do is we can start. I don't want the 4-hour on my chart. I don't care about 4-hour too much on the higher time frames. I just want to see the daily levels. Okay, let's see what we can find that lines up with this. Okay, let's go from that previous range there. Oh, we've just missed that golden pocket. we've just got to bounce off that golden pocket higher time frame. It's not quite where I want to see, though. See if any... Okay, we do have a low here that lines up with the 0.786. Let's get this on. Boom. Boom. Was that 0.786? 0.886. 0.886 plus daily, and then previous point of control. There we go. Boom. Okay, let's remove this now. Boom. And again, these are levels that I'm going to be looking to buy and potentially sell from. Come on, Mark, you got this, mate. I agree, Los Blancos. That's it. 2 to 3 trades max per day. I mean, that's good. That's good. Any more than like 3 trades in a day really is like, that's pushing it. These 2 levels I really like. Failed is not an option. I agree. And that's the mindset you've got to have. That's the mindset you've got to have. Alex has done that on gold. Nice. I mean, 20 wins in a row, that's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy indeed. And again, guys, any questions, let me know in the chat. And if you can, like and subscribe on the stream. It helps spread out the stream a lot. Mark's the GOAT, of course. He's got it. Love that. Okay, now that we have formed a nice low, we can, thankfully... Okay, well, this is going to be some nice analysis tonight. Okay, we got golden pocket lining up with the point of control perfectly. Very nice. Where's the daily open? Daily open doesn't line up really with anything. Not really there. Okay, naked point. Okay, we've got a couple. So if this low holds, these sell levels are on the, like, under the assumption that this will be the low. If it isn't the low, then, you know, we don't take the trade. Simple. So it's all good. So golden pocket plus point of control. Very nice. Then I'm going to change the colors to make it easier. Green we buy from, red we sell from. Nice, and then a little, very little. See, it's the first time in like a long time that we've got like 2 buy levels and 2 sell levels. Like, because we are forming a range and anticipating a range forming. So it's nice how we can have this sort of opportunity. Plus value area high plus. Naked point control. I really like that level. Boom. Okay, these look really nice. Then what we're going to do is I'm going to extend this level out a bit so it just looks a bit nicer. Okay, then boom. Now let's remove this. There we go. Look at that. Beautiful. I'm at like 10k as of the day from 400 quid. I'm like 3 months, 2 weeks. Very nice, Alex. I mean, 10k in 3 months. Amazing work, mate. Amazing work. Hello, Louis. The most supportive group, bar none. The Coles family is solid. Love that, Mark. Appreciate that as well. And shout out to the full team. Would you take a trade if it was just a golden pocket and high volume node, or would you look for something stronger before setting a level? Of course, we mentioned confirmation on the lower time frame. Ollie, golden pocket and something high volume node is like one of the my least favorite. Golden pocket with a 0.886, golden pocket with a 0.786, golden pocket with a value area high, golden pocket with a value area low, golden pocket with a point of control, golden pocket with a naked point of control. But golden pocket with just a high volume node, not normally a huge fan. What's new? Got the vid coming to you tomorrow, mate. Keep an eye out for it. Will do, Louis. Will do. Going to be very active tomorrow. So looking forward to seeing that. 100% Mark. There's no competition. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Okay, Eminem. Are you calling me Eminem? Wait there, Louis. Yeah, Ollie. 2 different fibs. So an example of that would be from I don't know if this is going to line up, but a low, so golden pocket from this low to this high, and then a fib from this low to this high, and we can see here golden pocket plus 0.886 like dead on together, and we did end up getting a bounce. It did come down to the 0.886, but that's what I mean by golden pocket plus 0.786. Obviously, this move was sort of coming after news, so we're going to sort of take that with a bit of salt. Hit a trading wrap. Go on. No chance, Louis. No chance. Believe it. That would be a scarring experience for us all. Going Kite Beach tomorrow. Very nice, Yusuf. Kite Beach is very, very nice. A nice area. It's a nice temperature now as well in Dubai. Yes, Ollie, exactly. For buy levels, the high stays the same, the low shifts. For sell levels, the low stays the same and the high shifts. Exactly. What is a fib? A fib is short for Fibonacci retracement. It basically shows where a nice retracement could take place and where a high probability bounce will occur. Thanks, no problem, Ollie. Max, can you clarify previous highs / lows? I assume the greater reaction previously, the stronger the high / low. Yes, so Los Blancos, really good question as well. So I'd consider this a previous low, this a previous low, this a previous high, this a previous high. And basically what this has showed me is that, let's say, institutions, market maker, whatever you want to call it, has pushed the price down here, okay, and there's been so many orders, like there's been too many orders, they couldn't fill all of the orders, and so prices bounced up. So we know there was enough orders there to stop price going down further. So we can anticipate that when we come back to this area, there's still going to be some remaining orders from that low. So that's why it can be a nice level. I should imagine 90k happening Friday for sure. I'm a commit. Nice, Louis. Nice. And Louis, we're going to be doing a private group sort of live session after this regarding exclusively you funded, just because a lot of people have really taken advantage of the plus accounts as well. And so I really want to refresh everyone's mind on the platform and run through that, answer any questions, come up with a game plan for people on the accounts. I think there's going to be a lot of very, very, very key tips there. So if you're on, again, the private funding service that we do have inside the private group, then you're definitely going to want to be on that live. If you're not, there'll still be some gems in there as well. Yusuf. Yeah, basically an order block, Tony. I just like to keep it simple. Previous lows, previous highs. There's a lot of different, there's a lot of names for a lot of the same things. A lot of people, what they do is they just repackage like historically known concepts under different names and then market it. So there's like 25 different names for the same things. Yeah. Been on edge since you announced it. Nice, Louis. Would you recommend going for a 44k, or would you save and go for a 90k, or is it better to scale from a 45? It depends, Ollie, on your sort of financial situation, to be fair. I think locking in the 90k, and it allows your, and I spoke about this before, I think it's a really good thing, and it's spoken about heavily in a book which I really recommend called Best Loser Wins. By the way, heavily recommend that book, Best Loser Wins. Really good. But in there, it speaks about how you need to become numb to the capital that you're trading on. So if you see 90k in that top corner and you're risking a set amount, you know, when you first get on that account, there's going to be emotion. You're going to see 90k in the top corner. You're going to be risking, let's just say $100. You hop on the account, you're risking $100, which is good. It allows that more time on that account allows your body and your mind. This sounds outlandish, but this is how your mind works. It allows your brain to become used to that numbers, because just going from trading on whatever amount to trading on 90k, it really it takes your mind longer to get used to that capital amount. So that's an advantage of going to the 90k, and you can always risk like a small amount on that account. But it depends on your sort of situation. And then regardless of what account you go for, Ollie, I definitely think starting off on the account, risking like $50, if that. I don't care if it's $1 million account. Risking like $50. After a winning week, go up to $100. Then after another winning week, go up to like $150, depending on the capital of your account. Obviously, if you're in like a 45k account, then go from like $50 to like $100 to like $150, etc. If you're on like a 360 account, then go from $100 to like $200 to $400 and etc. And you can only increase that set risk after a profitable week. If you have a losing week, you have to stay at the same risk. This allows you to slowly work your way up. This isn't a race. This is a marathon, and very quickly, like, let's say you're just risking, let's say you have a profitable week, and now instead of $100, you're risking $200. Okay, just making a few R a month, you're making an extra, $1,000+ a month. I think everyone here would be happy with an extra grand at the end of the month. Okay, so it can very quickly make you a good amount of money, and that's just on 45k. And then let's say you go up to, let's say you're on like a 180k account, and you go from that $200 risk to a $400 risk. Then just a few hours a month, and you're making an extra few £1,000s a month. So it doesn't take long for you to be making really good money. And we do have a lot of members in the background who have now, since YouFunded came out, for like 4 months, they've made like 5 to 8 hours a month, risking like $300 to $500, and they're just making an extra like £2,000 to £4,000 to £5,000 a month. Like, they're just keeping it very simple, and they're just in the background just crushing it. And they're happy making 4 hours a month. They're happy making extra $1,000 a month, and that's nothing to scoff at. If you make any money in trading, then pat on the back, well done. Just been listening to that book. Yeah, Metal Ninja. It's amazing. It's really, really good. And yeah, honestly, like, do we start a book club and just read a few pages of that on the live? And I think that might be plagiarism, but I really recommend it. It's good. And I hate reading. I don't read at all. But that's just got so many good pointers in it. And like, I'd hate when I've started trading, I'd hate for someone to be like, oh yeah, you should read this book. Like, I don't want to read no book. I don't want to, I want to get on the charts and I want to make money. So I wouldn't say it unless I genuinely meant it. It is actually really good. Improved so much since the beginning of the journey. Actually baffled to now be upgrading an account. Yeah, amazing. I mean, Louis, you're doing all the right things. Everything me and all educators say, you're actioning. Like, you're journaling the trades, you're taking things slow, you're being cautious, you've got a good mentality, you're confident. Like, you're just doing everything that we say, like, that makes a profitable trader, and it's working. And yeah, so really, really nice work. Like, fair play to you. Like, big shout out to Louis. Max, does it matter is price, I assume, if price has already traded through the previous high/low multiple times? So, for example, do you mean like Los Blancos? Do you mean if this, we'll go to like where I haven't got a fixed volume range on. Okay. Where's it? Let's go to a different chart. I've got so much marking up on this chart. So when you mean that, do you mean on this previous high here, let's say, the fact that we've broke it here, does that make this high like less important? Is that what you're saying? My journey's a marathon. I feel I've done the downhill bit now and I'm climbing the mountain but still pushing forward. Nice, Mark. I love the analogies as well. Yes, like that one. So one thing is, so part of the previous highs and previous lows is institutional orders, soaking up orders at these levels, okay? So we can say that there's previous orders there. But then also, the market, if we just think about the market in terms of if you walk into a shop, yeah, everyone think back to when they were younger, yeah? When your mum, dad, whoever, went to the shop, sometimes they'd come home and they'd be like, yeah, I got you a pack of donuts. They were on offer. Okay? Let me know in the chat if you've experienced that or you've done that. You're a parent yourself. You've been going around. You wouldn't normally buy them cookies or buy them donuts, but they're on offer. So you buy them. Is everyone with me on that? I hope that makes sense. Let me know. Yeah, of course. Okay? The market's the same. Okay, so someone might, see a pair. They might see gold, for example. This is the way I like to think about it. They see gold and they're like, okay, it's on offer. I like this price to buy at. The market likes 3,940. Okay, I like that level. I'm going to buy at that level. Buy, boom. Okay, so when we go back to that level, it's not on offer anymore, it's not on offer anymore. So when we go back to that level, okay, then it's like, okay, it's on offer, I like this level. Okay, and now if we break this high here, there's still that psychology of, okay, this level here, like this is like an important level in the market. We've reacted off it, we've broke through it. So like the market just remembers that level. And you can see these throughout the market. So you can see this one here. Like the market sort of remembers it. Like you remember when them cookies are on offer. Like we'll go back on the chart and we'll just do like this low here, these highs here, these highs here, these lows here, and these highs here, and we'll do these highs here. Okay, so if we look, okay, there's highs. I just marked up random highs and lows in the past, okay? Just prices, places where price has found a reaction, okay? And if we go, we can see what happened. Market bounced perfectly off this level. Well, close there, perfectly there. Like it found support there. Here, it dropped through. Tiny reaction there. Here, price bounced perfectly. Here, it wicked through, but then down here, you can see it bounced perfectly there. We found support on this level here, resistance on this level here. We found support on this level here. We found support on this level here. We found support here. Then we flipped into resistance here. This one just created a consolidation move there. Ignore this one. This one we found support here. We found support here. Like these are just psychological levels from in the past, like just random ass levels. And the market just remembers those levels. So, that's the most basic form of support and resistance, where the market has bounced before. Welding a sledgehammer, what? Introduction in the Discord. I put a detailed Louis journal paragraph if you want to post it in Telegram group, bud. Had some positive reactions. Okay, Louis. Okay, what I'll do is 1 second. Let me. So I know. I'm setting reminders. Sus the market kicked me in the both bollocks. What are you guys on about? So flip that 100k into 50 billion and then put in stocks and crypto, then flip that shit to 20 rental properties and sell them for 5,000 gazillion. Yeah. How to become a gazillionaire. Gazillionaire. There you go. I'm Louis is a sell limit order. I love that. I love that. I tried using a battery cable staple the other day and he took my hand off. What are you doing, Drew? Okay, guys, we are going to be at 9 o'clock, by the way. I am going to be doing a live in the private group purely on the youth funded platform. So make sure you're there. That's the private funding service we do have inside the private group. A lot of members are using them to scale capital up. And then, you gain access to everything in the group when you join the group. But if you do want to scale your capital, then that option is there with guaranteed payouts. We've got a lot of members making, 20, 30, 40, 50 plus $1,000 this month with them. And so yeah, we're going to be going over their platform more because I know a lot of people have recently got the Plus account, so we'll be going over that. As a newbie, it would be great to hear some success stories from members who have gone from small accounts to good sized accounts, the steps they took, and the process they used. Yeah, Lee. So, I mean, a good example is Louis in here. He's, I don't know what amount of capital Louis started on. But he's been in the group for a while now, good while now, and then the steps he sort of took are definitely journaling his trades. He can definitely explain his journey, obviously a lot better than me in the Discord if you ask him. But excuse me. He's sort of found a lot of success in journaling and then just being consistent, good mindset. And to keep it long story short, he's scaled onto a 45k account. I believe, how much are you up now, Louis, on the 45k? He's moving up to a 90k now, but how much are you up on the 45k currently? 975. Yeah, Neil. But it's always good to be on it, so you can ask questions and stuff live if something comes up. All good, Hammer. But yeah, anyway, Louis up. I believe it's around 2,000. So that's as of the other week, 1,500. Down a bit on last couple of days due to market. So overall, up £1,500, down a bit in the last couple of days due to market conditions. So overall, he's made over £1,500 this month. So Louis a really, really good success story in the sense of he's here and he's about to go here. Louis, I really see blowing up, a super nice guy. So another example is Jay, who started in the group. He started with £300-400, scaled that up. Got a funded account, etc. And now he's made over 62,000 in the last 3 months. So that's a really, really good one. And again, journaling his trades, really, really, really insane mentality. The common denominator you'll see between people who are doing really well is they've just got a really good mentality. They're very confident and they know they can do it. They just got a really solid mentality. So that's another example. WizKid is a good one. He joined the group ages ago. He was very off and on with trading, and then he really, really locked in. And now he's up 2.5 million, which is really nice. So there's a lot of great, a lot more great stories as well. Those ones are top of my head. Maybe by the way, I still wanted to. Okay, Hammer, I've been really, really busy today. Hammer, could you message me again so it goes back to the top, please? Check the introduction section of the Discord. Have a little personal journey story there. Yeah, I encourage everyone in the Discord to check that out. As well, Louis, you definitely can learn a lot from Louis and his mentality. Definitely. Confidence is a massive factor. I completely agree with that, Tony. Wicked like Doctor Strange from Marvel. He can see into the future. I've got to agree with that, Yusuf. And everyone here, Louis, all the people I've mentioned there, Louis, WizKid, Jay, they're all like, and all the educators as well, and all the members, like really, really nice as well, and just like genuine people, which is really, really important in the community as well. Just genuine wanting to get better. That's really, really important. Up 2.5 million. I thought only became a millionaire recently. Yeah, Hammer, and then gold continued to absolutely pump through the roof. So he went from 1 million to like 2.5 million very quickly. Kieran, to get into the Discord, the link to my like Telegram is on the YouTube description, and then you can access the Discord through there, mate. You're some boy, first phase up 12k in 8 hours. Very nice, Robert. Really nice work, mate. Best community hands down, and I've only been in for a week, I reckon. Really appreciate that, Steph. And that's a big shout out to the full community. Obviously, a lot of people go into this group now. Every single person, whether you're joining the live and you don't say anything, or you're putting in a few messages in the Discord every now and then, like everyone together makes the community what it is. Definitely. Yusuf, where did that come from? Absolute decent bunch, the educators and the other in the Discord, they teach so much great stuff. Definitely. And again, we're always only getting started. I mean, the group is still fairly new, and the amount of sort of innovation that we've seen in the group is crazy. We're coming to take over. I mean, the boot camp, that's a massive, monumental thing. And that's dropping really, really soon. Really soon. Legend. Moved the other night on the live. There's Max casually closing a 60k plus trade and carries on just 2 people's yearly salary. Just makes me want to knuckle down on this and make it work. I appreciate that, mate. And yeah, that it's purely any big numbers you see in this space are just the sum of just consistent trading over a given period of time, compounding the capital up, and then before you know it, something's really funny. It's a really funny situation to be in. But when people start making like 5, 10k plus, and they're like, let's say, they're risking like 250, 500 each trade, they don't even like realize how much money like they're sort of like making on each trade, and it's an interesting like realization when they're like, wait there, like I'm trading, but this is money, like this is crazy. The realization is pretty great. Greatness fills from the top, Max. Monge 2 Rodney. I love an Only Fools and Horse quote. Appreciate that, Metal Ninja. Really do. Really, really do. Like, in at the point right now. What's that, Alex? Tim as Sir Max. Definitely not Sir Max. Definitely not. I am 400 to 10k. Then I go 10 to 20. Are you doing... Alex, what? 400 to 10, then 10 to 20. What happens after the 20? Where are you going there? What's going on after that? What's going on after the... I'm at stage right now from 400 to 10k account. I mean, I'm all for it, Alex. Sky's the limit, exactly. And once you got 20, I mean, 20k is a nice amount of capital to play with as well. Like, in terms of, you can really chill, risk, like, you don't have to risk a lot on the account, and you can see really nice growth from there. Yeah, like, really nice. Anyway, guys, we're going to finish up this live now, as I am going to do a live webinar inside the private group. Should be a really, really good one, going over some important things. So if you're in the private group, definitely make sure you get on the next live. I'll link it in the private group. And to those who aren't in the private group, like, you need to get involved, definitely. If you've got any questions, just drop me a message on Telegram. I'll happily respond. And yeah, we've got some really nice levels here. I'll be putting these in the private group like, I'll put these in the private group now, and then I'll go live after that, and I'll put a link in the private group for that. So hope everyone's having, has had a really, really good day. Appreciate everyone tuning in, asking questions, everything like that. It's been a really, really good live, actually, really informative. I think we've gone over some very important points. I think tonight's been a very, some very, very good value there. So I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you've got something out of it as well. Yusuf, man. But yeah, take care, guys. Have a great night. See you in a bit. Mark, Alex, Drew, Mark again, Hammer. Who else have we had in here? Metal Ninja, JR from CV, Mark, Robert. Take care, guys. Have a great night.